to be the thank you to the spending a few minutes with me here today. I'm going to talk about a topic that I believe is one of the most underrated and underspoken topics in this whole world of FIFA construction technology, and that's change management. I've been coming to these sort of conferences, and I've been in the construction tech industry for almost 20 years. And of all of the talk of technology and innovation, I think what consistently gets missed in all of this is the more human side of how to implement how to get value out of these technologies. Get my clickers to work. All right. So we know all of these, right? So we know all of the sorts of challenges that we're all facing in the industry. I like to think of these challenges through the lens of the Saudi drought situation. And so I think what we're seeing here, as you're all aware, the intensity on project delivery teams, all the way from, the government, the DevCos, to the contractors, insulters, subcontractors, it is so much pressure on everyone. And as we approach 2030, increasing. And so when you sort of consider some of these sort of statistics, like we're really facing it, it's like it's an uphill battle. And so we're all searching for ways to try, efficiency and increase the visibility and predictability. We're trying to get away from siloed, disconnected tools. And we're also obviously faced with cost constraints. So I suppose the question is, can all of these challenges that you guys face be solved simply with the use of technology? And just by show of hands, who thinks technology is the answer? Okay, someone from my team. Two from my team, we're in the heads of facts, guys. Yes, a few people. So, okay, technology is definitely part of the solution. However, I think it was the panel at the very beginning of today that someone mentioned that there's just so many tools, so many different technologies that get used and then deployed on projects. And so that, unto itself, 4,500 different construction technology tools out there, that's actually a huge challenge, right? How do these tools talk to each other? How do we integrate these tools? This is a huge challenge unto itself. So we had our friend from Omana talk about how the global pandemic and supply chain issues underscore the need to invest in digital transformation and sustainable technologies to future-proof the business. Integration of assets, people, process into a single intelligence of your platform, and it goes on. But there's this theme of people, processes, and technology. And so I suppose what we're talking here about is the importance of focusing on the more human side and people side around change management. Now, again, show of hands. Who within the room has experienced absolutely flawless, smooth, everything went to plan in the rollout of a technology that you can think of? Just no dramas, no hassles, all went to plan. I'm not seeing any hands. All right. So clearly, there's no such thing as this seamless rollout of technology. And this is a slide that I really love, right? I came across it recently, and I think it perfectly encapsulates the challenges that we all face when trying to implement technology in construction. And so I think you can kind of see how it's built and how the little slide works. But if we look across the top, these are all of the key ingredients that you need to successfully roll out technology. But this is how you drive change, from the vision to the skills, the motivation, the resources, and the action plan. And so what I got about this is, before we start looking at the whole slide, if you just look on the right-hand side and you look at those words of confusion, anxiety, resistance, lack of accountability, false start, these are the things that I think come to mind when we think about last time we implemented the technology or tried to drive a change in business. There's a lot of these sorts of feats around confusion, anxiety, resistance, accountability, false starts. And so what I'd like here is that you can kind of see what are the root causes of these issues. And so starting to the top, we can see that we can have everything in place, but if there's a lack of vision, people won't realize, hey, why are we doing this change? What's the whole point of this? And then that just sort of leads to confusion, right? But maybe you've got the vision, but you don't have the right skills in place. So, well, if I'm involved in a project and I know that the team doesn't have the right skills, that's going to lead to a lot of anxiety for those people, right? So upskilling is a very key part of it. If we move along to motivation, if we consider a technology, there's so many different stakeholders, from the senior executives all the way through to the people in the field and everyone in retreat. But unless I know what's in it for me, like what's my motivation to get on board with this change, there's going to be resistance. I'm going to be resisting, right? How does that impact me? What's the benefit for me? So that keeps me really clear. And then if these changes are not resourced properly, don't have the right resources, then you don't see lack of accountability. It's not my problem. I don't have the right team in place. I don't have the right resources. And so that even have giving resist in the form of accountability issues. And then lastly, you could get the whole thing perfectly set up for success. But unless you have a really clear plan for how you're going to roll out this change, you'll get a lot of positivity at the beginning. You'll get off to a start, but then it could be a false start. It's not going to be a sustainable change. So I wanted to share this just to give like a different view about, this is not ethics to the technology. This is all about people, the human side of change. And so, yeah, that first, they're key. It's not just about process and technology. It's also really about the people, right? And making sure that you got the right people, the right resources, the right plan, the right vision. And so, just a little bit of a plug for Procore, the way we view all of this. I won't go sort of through the whole thing, but Procore is a platform that is purely focused on the construction engineering industry. So we invested about $300 million a year back into our product. We don't work in any other industries. So if any of you have seen Procore more than 3 years ago, then there's probably about $1 billion worth of innovation that you've not seen in our product. The reason I mentioned this is one of the things that we focus that investment on is to try and make our platform as user-friendly as possible, because we know it doesn't matter how good your technology is unless it's built for the industry, unless you're putting in the hands of someone now to call construction site. They're not the user unless it's user-friendly, and it's not going to help with their actual day-to-day work. The other thing that is really important to drive change is we all know there's no one system that does it all. In the first two panels this morning, one of the recurring themes was the importance of integration. And so at Procore, the way we view the world, or the way we view the industry, is that we can't do everything, and we don't want to do everything. We're going to be a finance, accounting, ERP system. We're never going to be a design, a authoring tool. Yeah, all of those tools that I just mentioned, and all of these ones that you see here, they're fundamentally important tools of the way that board projects get delivered. So our view of the world is that Procore to integrate seamlessly with all of these tools. And so as of now, of the 400 pre-built connectors to tools that you guys are currently using, as well as the tools that you may be using into the future. And so, yeah, really to wrap it up here, our vision is really a very human and people-focused vision. And that's to improve the lives of everyone that we construction. And that's it today. So thank you all very much.